Welcome you absolute legends, I am Former Fragrance, I am Pete, I am back, and today I'm going over my top 8 Calvin Klein fragrances that I kind of feel Calvin Klein, as a general rule, people kind of avoid because they think, oh, it's going to be pants performance, or it's not going to smell that great, or there's something there that just gripes people, especially people in the fragrance community, don't really rate Calvin Klein that much. But I'm here to say that that's not always the case, and here are some of the better ones that I've seen. Some of them are very old, some are very new. I'm going to talk about all of these ones. There's obviously more than this, but these are my 8 that I feel are really underrated and I really enjoy a lot. There's always got 2 honourable mentions, and I'm going to crack straight onto this one right now. So the first one came out in 2012, and it kind of went under the radar. It's been discontinued now, but if you can find this one, it's called Encouter. It's got an amazing body. It's got like it's also been punched, if you can see that. And it's a very warm, very sexy, woody, rum, spicy number. There is an Encouter fresh one as well, which is a really nice one. But this one in the winter time, amazing fragrance, highly underrated. If you find a bottle of this, do yourself, if you can find a sample of it or whatever, buy it, because it is really potent. This lasts about 8 to 9 hours on my skin. I don't understand why they discontinued it, but obviously clearly sales didn't work, or they couldn't find, I don't know. But this one's a really nice one. So this is called Calvin Klein Encouter. My next one came out in 2018. This one again is getting harder to find, but if you can find a bottle of this, mama, this stuff's good. It's called Amber Gold Euphoria, and this one, it is very aromatic. It's got leather, it's got amber in it, some nice sort of undertones of honey in it. Again, amazing performer. This is not the only one from the Euphoria line. There's like the Euphoria 10s, there's a few of us, but this one for me is one of the best ones. If you can find it for a decent price, please do yourself a favour, pick it up. Fall and winter, this thing absolutely crushes it. So these are my 2 honourable mentions. Going back to 1991, when fragrances at that point had more than 50 blooming notes in it. So I'm not going to reel off all these notes, but it's still available. It's under 20 quid. It's an amazing fragrance, CK Escape. And now this one, it is definitely of its time. It's got apple, it's got orange in it, blackcurrant, but then it's got some cloves, some jasmine, some vetiver, and a bit of sandalwood. It smells of its time, but if you can get your head wrapped around the fact that it's not like a blue fragrance, it is a little bit more complex, and it has got a little bit more nuances. This thing works pretty much most of the year round. I think the high heat of summer wouldn't be the best time for it, but otherwise this thing performs well. It lasts long on my skin. It's still under 20 quid for 100 ml. It's an absolute steal at the price point. So number 8 is Calvin Klein Escape. Alright, coming in at number 7, sorry, wrong one. We move up 8 years to 1999, and this one again is still under 20 quid, which is a bargain. It's still readily available on pretty most discounters. This is called Contradiction. Now this has got the most ridiculous cap I've ever seen on a bottle. If you pull it off, that reveals the juice. So, but then this is where it gets really quite unusual, because you're thinking it's going to smell like the 90s. It doesn't. This is quite a modern take on a fragrance. So it's got lavender, some pepper, which is really nice. Again, very modernised. But then it's got some cardamom, which again, I really like cardamom in my fragrances at the moment. I don't know why. Vetiver. And a bit of musk. And again, I'd say this could be worked, I think, over all seasons long. For the price you're paying for it and the amount you're going to use it, you need about 4 or 5 sprays, and that's good for 6 to 7 hours. Again, you're looking at price per unit, and I can't see why people are not picking these up. It's really, I don't get it, unless you're complete snobs and you just want to buy niche, which is fair enough if that's what you want to do. These things are great for starters, to start learning about fragrances. This is like a modern take on almost like a blue fragrance, if I'm going to be honest. But it's a bit more refined than most of the blue fragrances. That's kind of where I'm going with this. Old school stuff, but really good. This is my number 7, Contradiction. Alright, coming in at number 6, just missing out on the top 5. And this line has been out for years. It's started out in the mid-90s. I think it was 94 when the first one came out, or 92. I can't remember exactly which one. It was CK1. And obviously, the year after year after year after year, they couldn't bring out flankers. This one came out a few years ago in 2016. It's CK1 Gold. Now, this is still available. It's still about 16, 17 quid for most decanters. Atomizers are decent. But what I like about this one, it's got fig. And again, it's something a little bit different. I'm trying to get people to expand their mind of just saying, oh, just like blue fragrances. Well, there's more to fragrances than just blue fragrances. Fig is a really unique note that I think is really underrated. And then you've got some sage, some neroli, some jasmine and some vetiver in this. And again, it's a very classy fragrance. Excuse my phone. It never stops. It's an amazing fragrance. And honestly, for the price you're paying for it, and you can still find it quite easily, it's a real gem. So try and find CK1 Gold. There's obviously the new ones come out, Reflection, and the Eternity for Reflection just keeps coming out. Obviously they bring out new ones all year. But this one is a gem. There's a few others from the CK1 line that are really good. 2014 is a good one, and 2019 is another good one. But this one I really like, so try and find that one for number 6. Alright, we're hitting into the top 5 now, and this belter came out back in 1985. And people are going to look at me like I've lost my damn mind. But I don't care, because this one is an absolute belter. Again, this works in most seasons. It's the original Obsession. Now there's a load of flankers off this one, which is Obsession Night, Dark, I think, and there's another one. But the original one, still easily available. Again, under 20 quid. Oh, but my God, does it take me back to the 1980s? And it's got some punch on this. This has got some serious attitude on it. And that comes with the oak moss, which is kind of a big thing that was back in the 80s. It was like a nuclear thing. But then you've got some vanilla, it's got some orange, peach, spices, again, just to give it something a little bit different. It gives it like a very old school gentleman vibe. If you're over 30, you will dig this like no one's business. But then it's got some incense and some vetiver. Is it? Yeah, in vetiver. And again, it smells very classy. It's very gentlemanly. Still can be worn most seasons. I think the only one I wouldn't really wear it is in the high of summer when it's really hot. But otherwise, wear it to your heart's content. If you're over 30, you will dig this one big time. For under 20 quid, for 100ml, Obsession is definitely worth looking for number 5. Alright, coming in number 4, and this one has been discontinued. Now, before people go, Pete, why are you sending me discontinued ones? It's still available. That's why I'm saying to it. And this came out in 2015, and oh my God, is this thing, it's amazing. I have to thank Joy Amin, who's got an amazing fragrance channel. He pumps out some amazing content. But he got me onto this. It's Calvin Klein Reveal. And this one is, oh mama. It is like nuclear. Like, this thing would give Ultramol an absolute run for his money. And it's got similar vibes to it as well, with the pear note in it as well. But it's got that brandy, some ginger as well in it, which gives it a nice pepperiness, gives a little je ne sais quoi about it. Suede and some clarification and some tonka. It's kind of got the similar vibe to Ultramol, but it projects a lot better. And I think one of those ones that once you start wearing it, you'll go, why did I ever wear Ultramol? Don't get me wrong, Ultramol is great. I love Ultramol. But this one just spanks it, literally spanks it. But it's a great one. Don't wait till it completely runs out of stock, because otherwise you're just going to be really pissed off yourself. So number 4, CK Reveal. Okay, coming in number 3, and this kind of wasn't intended to do it, but kind of how it went. Two from the same line back to back. So this is from the Eternity line. This came out in 2019, and there is again a lot of flankers of this one. There's summer, there's aqua, there's all sorts. There's going to be reflections, but this one came out in 2019, and this is Flame. This is a great little number. Again, not too overpriced. I think it's 20 quid for 100ml. Ooh. But this has kind of got a slight Encouter style thing where it's got that pineapple straight off the bat. Now, I'm not saying it's a clone of Encouter at all, but it's got a vibe of it, if that makes sense. And it's got rosemary, amber, and some leather, and some labdanum. Again, it's a potent one. This is for fall and winter only. Do not wear this in spring and summer, unless it's like the cool start of summer, spring, sorry. No, don't wear it in the summer, it's not worth it. But this for fall and winter, great old alternative to most things. Nice bit of freshness again, like I say, with the pineapple, which is good. But it's got the depth of the amber and the leather and the labdanum. Really underrated, but if you've got this in your arsenal, there is a summer one you could wear, which again would work brilliantly. But this for me is a great one for fall and winter. So the number 3 is CK Eternity Flame. Okay, coming at number 2, and this was released last year, like latter part of last year. And again, it's from the Eternity line. This is the Parfum version, and oh, they hit a nugget with this one, because this one is an absolute gem. This one again, oh, but this has not got a lot of notes in this. This is literally lavender, some rum, and some vanilla absolute. Now I'm guessing that's the drink, but I don't know. But it's got a very classiness to it. It's got a nice lot of depth to the rum, but the sweetness in the lavender makes it a really nice combination. Wear it anytime you want. You can wear it spring, summer, fall and winter. You can wear it, this is why I put it so high. Really underrated. I think it's going to hit discounters now, but I think if you wait another 3 to 6 months, this will be dropped to under 20 quid. At the moment it's about 30, 35 quid. Let it drop a bit more, then buy it, because it's an absolute gem for what you're gonna get for all seasons long, and it will work in most situations for you, and it'll be a great little number. The performance wise, it's about 6 to 7 hours. Again, I can't complain for it, but overall, great little number. It's Calvin Klein Eternity Parfum. It's my number 2. Okay, leads me to number 1, and number 1 came out in 2021. There's already been a flanker to this, but they kind of went with a different direction, and I've gone with the original one because I was quite enjoying it. The EDP is great, but the EDT is what I've gone for. It's Defy. This one is a great little number. It really hits every single thing you want out of a fragrance. This could be like their version of a blue fragrance. The Parfum, the EDP is a lot darker, but this one works all year round. This is a great one. But it's got bergamot and lavender straight off the bat, which gives it a nice lot of freshness. Again, your skin smells really nice, clean. Vetiver and amber. There's not a lot to it, but what it does do is make you smell classy, clean and refreshed. I'll tell you what, if most people just want that, this, for a price it's going for, I think it's about 25 to 27 quid for 100ml. That is a steal, because you could buy White Eau de Parfum, 80, 90 quid. You could buy Bleu de Chanel, same price. Dior Sauvage, again. You could have 3 bottles of this for the price of one of those. I'm just saying that this is really underrated and it's brilliant. Like I said, the EDP is more for fall and winter. This is where you can wear it all year round, and that's kind of why I put it in as number 1. Great little number, and highly, highly underrated by me. So if you can find a nice good bottle, or even sample it first, and just treat yourself to a bottle, see how you get on with it. But Calvin Klein Defy EDT is my number 1. Right, so there you have it, my top 8 Calvin Klein fragrances. Massively underrated. Some of them are absolute gems. They're still about, they're still reasonably priced. So don't look at Calvin Klein like, say, oh, I don't like it. Give it a try. Just try 1 or 2, see how you get on with it. If you don't like them, you've not lost a lot of money. So that's the good thing about Calvin Klein fragrances. My scent of the day is from a house which is lovely, but oh my god, it costs a lot of money. It's Creed Green Eyes Tweed. Really love this fragrance. Again, warmish days in spring, works amazingly. I love this fragrance a lot. As always, let me know what your scent of the day is. And if you've got a top 10 list, a fragrance review, or a question, please hit me up in the comments. Thank you so much for your support. I love you all. I'm also on Instagram with filming fragrances. And as always, you absolute legends. Smell amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.